Hey, got some leftover t-shirt yarn? Let's turn it into a chunky little flower charm. This puffy 6-petal cutie is quick to make, super fun, and perfect for bags, keys, or even gifts. Grab your hook and let's crochet some flower magic. For this little project, we're gonna use leftover t-shirt yarn. Here I have a few color options. You choose your best color combination, and my yarn strand width is around 2 centimeters, so something around 1 inch. So we are choosing the hook according to the yarn. In this case is 6mm hook. Then we need a darning needle for the middle of the flower, and then of course a pair of scissors. A quick reminder, with one Patreon membership, you unlock my all written patterns, and I keep updating them and adding new designs. And of course, join my Telegram crochet community to help each other, support each other, share ideas. See you there. All the links can be found in the description below. We will start this project by making a foundation chain. So just grab the end of the yarn and wrap around your fingers like that in X position. Then push the working yarn through the loop and tighten it. And it sort of creates this first loop, which we're gonna insert the hook in, and we're gonna start chaining. So we just need a chain of 4. So we're gonna yarn over and pull a loop. Yarn over and pull a loop. Yarn over, pull a loop, and again yarn over, pull a loop. So this is our foundation chain, very short one. But now we're gonna make a slip stitch in the 4th stitch from the hook. So insert the hook there, grab the yarn, pull a loop, and pull that loop through all of them to make a slip stitch like that. And this creates this small ring, small circle, and we're gonna work round 1. So to start that, we're gonna need to chain 1. So yarn over and pull a loop. And now we're gonna work into that ring we just created. We're gonna make 6 single crochets into the ring. So we're gonna insert, grab the yarn, pull a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. And this is our first single crochet. So to make it easier for you, we can add a stitch marker into the very first single crochet. So let's do that. Grab the stitch marker and just insert right there, just to mark the beginning of the round, like this. And now we're gonna make another one. So insert the hook into the ring, grab the yarn, pull a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. This is the second single crochet. Again, insert, grab the yarn, pull a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Insert, grab the yarn, pull a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. We have 4. Repeat this for 2 more times. 5, and 1 more. And here we have 6 single crochets done. So now we need to just fluff those stitches to cover all the ring. And we have this yarn tail which we can pull tightly to close the center. And now we're gonna need to close this first round. And we're gonna close it by making a slip stitch into the first stitch. So now we're gonna insert the hook into the marked stitch, the very first one. So insert, and we're gonna grab the yarn, take out the stitch marker of course, and grab the yarn and pull through all loops like this. And here it is, our first round done. So now we're gonna start on working the second round and making the petals. So we're gonna chain 3, yarn over and pull a loop, yarn over and pull a loop. So chain 3, and now we're gonna make the puff stitch. And we're gonna make that puff stitch into the very same stitch. So we yarn over, insert into the same stitch, grab the yarn, pull a tall loop, the same as chain 3. Now hold with your index finger that you won't lose that height, and yarn over again. Insert in the same stitch, grab the yarn and pull again, very tall loop, the same as the previous one. Again, hold with index finger, yarn over, third time, hold it tightly, insert into the same, grab the yarn and pull a tall loop. Again, hold the stitch, yarn over, fourth time, and insert into the same stitch again. Grab the yarn, pull a loop. Now we have four times, yarn over, and we're gonna do the fifth time. Yarn over, hold with your index finger, insert, grab the yarn and pull a loop. Very tall loop, the same as the previous one. And now, after 5 times, we are yarning over, and we're gonna pull through all the loops, all of them. Just gently pull through all the loops like this. And now we're gonna chain 4. Chain 1, chain 2, chain 3, and chain 4. And now this chain, we're gonna connect with the slip stitch in the same stitch. So just locate the same stitch again, insert the hook, grab the yarn and pull through all loops like that. And we just created our first puff petal of the flower. So basically we are repeating this for 6 times in total. So now we're gonna start working on the second petal. We're gonna start by chaining 3 again. Yarn over and pull a loop. Yarn over, pull a loop. Yarn over, pull a loop. We have chain 3. Now we're gonna make the puff stitch again of 5 loops. So we're gonna work into the next stitch. Yarn over, insert, grab the yarn and pull tall loop, the same as chain 3 height. Yarn over again, hold with your index, insert, grab the yarn, pull a loop. Hold, yarn over, third time, insert, grab the yarn and pull tall loop, tall loop. Hold, yarn over, insert, grab the yarn and pull again a very tall loop. And the 5th time, yarn over, insert, grab the yarn, pull a tall loop. And now we're gonna yarn over and pull through all loops very gently like this. And now we're gonna chain 4. So just yarn over and pull a loop. Yarn over and pull a loop. Yarn over, pull a loop. Yarn over, pull a loop. We have chain of 4, and now we're gonna do a slip stitch in the same stitch. We just made a puff stitch. So insert the hook, grab the yarn and pull through all loops like this. And here it is, our second petal. And now just continue making 4 petals more. Here we just made the 6th petal, and now we need to connect with the slip stitch. So we're gonna make the last slip stitch into the place under the very first slip stitch we made to connect the first round. So just locate this sort of point and make a slip stitch, or just find the place where you feel that it looks the most beautiful to you. And here it is, we just connected the second round, and now we're gonna pull a very tall loop, like pretty long loop. And we're gonna check the size. We need around 10-15 centimeters. It depends on you where you're gonna attach your flower. If you're gonna make it as a keychain, you might need a little shorter. If it's for the bag, you need longer. So for now, I'm gonna do around 14 centimeters. So 5.5 inches should be okay. Now to secure this loop we just made, we're gonna need to turn it over, the flower, to the back side, and we're gonna make a few knots. So I'm just gonna cut the yarn and leaving just a few inches. Cut it off, and now just I'm gonna make a knot with the tail we just cut. So just make one knot to secure the loop we just made. So just make it gently, don't push it too hard, and make a knot like this. Pull it tight. And now with the two yarn ends we have it here, I'm just gonna make a few knots to secure all the yarn ends, and we will cut off the yarn. At this point, the body of the flower, the main flower, is done. And now we will work on the middle of the flower. So now choose the best color for your flower. So I'm deciding here between white and yellow, but I guess the yellow works better for me. So now we're gonna need to cut the yarn strand because we will work with the needle from this point. So the yarn strand should be around 1 meter 20 centimeters or 47 inches roughly. It can be longer, definitely, but around this measurements should be enough to fill in the center of the flower. So cut the yarn and prepare your needle. Thread the needle with one of the yarn ends. And we're gonna start sort of sewing the middle of the flower. We're gonna start working from the back to front. And at the back, leave a little yarn end. Just leave a couple of inches, like that, as you can see. So just a few inches. And now gently work to the opposite side, for example. And thread it all the way. I'm fixing the yarn strand that it would be pretty straight and would cover more space. So now I'm just going back again because we want that the flower center would be nice from both sides. So just keep that in mind. And now I'm just going diagonally to the other point, again fixing the yarn to cover more space. And now again going back to the almost same position, and again going to the opposite side, opposite petal, And just work like this, back and forth, and fill all the middle of the flower, just that we couldn't see, for example, here the blue yarn in the center. So just go back and forth, until it looks pretty to you. So just I'm gonna keep working this in fast forward. I hope you understood the method of filling the center of the flower. I'm also going in different direction, so around the center, just to fill in all those little gaps. So here I just finished filling up the center, and it should be looking something like this. And now I use almost all the yarn. So now I will make a few knots, just very tight knots to secure with both yarn ends. Make one more just to be extra secure. And I will slightly weave in those yarn ends and then cut it off what we have left. After fixing those yarn ends, our flower charm is finally finished. So here how it looks. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you will make a bunch for yourself and will decorate all your little bags. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next ones. Bye bye.